Well, hey guys, we are here for episode 2. We decided to come back for another one. So apparently some people were watching and they enjoyed it, or whatever may be the case. But anyway, here we go. Here we are with a bit of back for number 2 for the Corona cast, or whatever we're calling this thing. So a couple of things to fill you in on. I was poking around the traps as we do. I hope you guys are well and healthy and safe and all these sort of things. A couple of things to make you aware of. We've had a bunch of support over the last 24 hours, which is awesome. I was looking through. I wanted to point out Delta Tactical, definitely making noise that they are alive and sending orders out and all that sort of thing. And I think you will find that most of our PRS sponsors and most of the companies are still shipping stuff. So if you're needing stuff, now's a great time to buy it. I was scrolling through and I saw that Ironside Coffee, who that's one of their mugs on the shelf there. Ironside Coffee are still pushing stuff out. If you live in Canberra, they'll do free delivery. But really exciting. I assume this is okay to share this, but it's on their Facebook page, so it's public. They've got, I think it's 15% off. So if you use the code THANKS15, you can access some discount at Ironside Coffee, which is excellent. As part of this show, you can order from Projectile Warehouse and save 5% by using the code IDLive5. 5 is in the number 5. IDLive5 at Projectile Warehouse. And look, most of the companies that support this sort of stuff going on are out and about and doing their thing. So get involved, get supporting them. That would be fantastic. Now we're waiting on some entries for our first competition to come in. First competition was to show us the positions that you were hoping not to see at the Burris Cold Still Open. So take a photo of you in a position, shooting position, and let's see what creativity is going to be out there. I'm sure our guest tonight will be entering that competition with some sort of ridiculous option, but we'll see what he does. All right. What else? And I have noticed in myself shipping stuff out, Projectile Warehouse, scoped out a few other, and having some stuff come in. Shipping is starting to be a little delayed, only by a day or two, but they are starting to get a bit slower. So just be patient at this time with all companies at the moment. As long as they're tracking, as long as they're sent and underway, you should be good to go. So that is one of the challenges we faced. But anyway, I hope you guys are well. Keep us updated in the comments. Let us know what's going on. We can see the stream on YouTube. We moved to YouTube tonight because we will get a better result, hopefully, with the videos working. You saw the intro video actually work, so and then playing in the background while I observed it, which I'm not meant to do. Anyway, we'll get better at all of this. So, but yeah, we've moved over to YouTube because it seems to be more stable for the setup we do. We'll still follow the comments on Facebook or Instagram if it's there, wherever it is. We'll see if we can catch up with you shortly. Right, I think we're probably best to bring our guest on this evening. He is hailing from the north side in the quarantine zone known as Northern Territory, with all the borders locked down. And let's see if we can bring him into this conversation. I'm sure you guys know from Team AI, and also runs a NT Practical Rifle and a match direct for Heatstroke Open when it will be back, no doubt. Let's bring Butters into the mix. Butters, how you going? Are you there, mate?
Yeah, mate. I'm here.
Fantastic. Hopefully everyone can hear you. Excellent. All right. Good. How's life up in the Territory?
Just same old for me. Work's still going on, unfortunately, but same old. We had a good storm this afternoon, so
yeah, right.
It's been going nuts at that.
Yep.
Which is good for us. We've had a pretty average wet season.
Okay. Yeah, right. So it's been pretty dry.
Yeah, pretty dry, but yeah, it's good to have a bit of rain.
Yeah, that's rare. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, currently on night shift, so I'm a bit scruffy at the moment.
I'd expect if you look like real schmick and everything, I'd be really concerned. What's going on? would be a
Yeah,
Butters.
I'd be concerned too. But I was at my brother's wedding a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I did look schmick then.
Okay, I bet. Yeah, I mean, I thought those photos were photoshopped by Trent, but whatever.
Definitely.
Oh, that's good. So. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Well, thanks for coming on tonight as we try and keep everyone entertained and do something to talk about shooting. That's really the point of these things. So if you guys have questions or anything throughout the show, please jump in and ask away. Andy Little's confirming that he can hear us loud and clear and all this sort of stuff, which is fantastic. We had a stack of people watch last night, so thanks very much for doing that. Hopefully they hang around and move across to YouTube as we go along. But as I wanted to ask you about, let's get into PRS, because PRS was formally postponed today for time periods that are unknown, as with everything else in life currently. But I wanted to ask you about PRS and about your 2018 season through to your 2019 season. Now, I know that in 2018 you didn't shoot many matches, but when you did shoot match or when you were just shooting generally, I noticed that your 2019 season focus was significantly more, let's say, intense. Can you take us through where you or take us through that process of 2018 where you were shooting through to 2019 where you're really you're doing very well and you end up finishing exceptionally well?
Yeah. So probably the way to start that little story is, I've been shooting this type of shooting for a fair while now. Mm-hmm. Probably maybe as long as anyone has in Australia.
Yep.
So I was really, really highly involved in the first few years that I was here. And then, when was the first PRI? 2015, 16?
2016 for the first PRI.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
you won.
Pretty heavily involved then, and there was nowhere near the amount of matches. So we went to PRIs. Also, we had our comps up here, and then we had the first Cold Steel Open, which I went to.
Yep.
Hated it because it was freezing bloody cold. And
it's like 21 degrees on one of the days.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Anyway, so I got really involved with them. And then, unfortunately, it wasn't a real great time in my life leading up to 2018, which I had then turned around during 2018.
Yep.
And I sort of almost just took a back step from it. So I took a back step from that to sort a bit of stuff out, and also we're also opening a new hospital up here, which leave wasn't huge in luxury at the time.
Yep.
And I thought, no, bugger it, I'll just sort of just take it a bit easier this year. Mm-hmm. And then I went down. I think I got to the last series match before the finale, the River, and really enjoyed myself. Shot alright, not fantastic. And then, of course, then we went away. You and I went over to the States for a month or so.
We did, yeah.
And then just hanging out with all the shooters over there, like Tim and Regina Milkovic's, and then we had Wade. Yep. And just all that mob, and just hanging out with them just really invigorated and really got me thinking, I want to do all right at this. I started off all right. I thought, well, I've got a little bit of the knowledge there. I'll just really apply myself. And I said to Sim, my girlfriend here, I said to her, look, I want to go to every match and really put an effort in. And I got to all but one match, which was Biggin. Now, Biggin, unfortunately, I took Biggin off because I could feel myself almost burning it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't want to burn myself out, and also I was a little bit worried about my barrel. It was getting on a little bit long in the tooth.
Yep.
Because I put a considerable amount of rounds downrange last year. But certainly after our little trip over the States, that really got me going. Really lit that fire, and so. So I started off all right, and then after each match, I basically took what I failed at and then I try to make that my strong point. And it sort of worked out towards the end where, I did all right in the end. Couple of little setbacks, like dislocating your knee mid-stage is not fun.
That's not a great way to go. No.
Yeah, and last year turned out much better.
Good. Good. Well, that's what we want to improve on and see. Yeah, nice, mate. Nice. And so, how's things? How's this year been for shooting up in Darwin? So up until recently, I guess. With your club, tell us a bit more about your club for those who perhaps don't know.
Oh yeah, so the club I've been captain at for dog's going nuts.
I was saying before to you when we first had you on a podcast, the first time I hadn't met you at this stage. I think we just got you on a podcast, and pretty much the entire podcast you had a dog barking in the background. And so it's sort of your trademark move. So yeah. I appreciate the consistency. Appreciate the consistency, mate. It's good.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I have no idea. Yeah, no idea.
I've actually forgotten.
I've ruined that. I don't know. All I can think is the dog. No, Darwin. Tell us about the club up there. You're a captain. You've been a captain there for 15, 20 years. Whatever you do.
So the Northern Territory Practical Rifle Club I've been involved with for 5 years now.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, nice.
We definitely started off pretty slow. Well, not. We sort of just started shooting. We certainly ramped things up from there. Mm-hmm. So I've been captain there for the last 5 years. I can be a bit slack at that job, but we get things going. But no, we've had a lot of people come through the club. They moved to Darwin, and then unfortunately, we have a high turn. Maybe more matches, I think 18, 19 matches.
Yep.
Around that, with some more rimfire. And so, we've been running a centerfire series and then a little rimfire series next to that. Yeah, people are loving it. I've just tried to try and work out how to retain new shooters, because obviously that's the hardest part. They come along thinking cool as hell, and someone gives them a pretty savage course of fire, which isn't always me this year. This year I've basically delegated out that we try and get everyone to ride a match this year, so it's not just me. Mm-hmm. And a little bit fairer, new ideas.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
But I think we've held 50 plus club matches.
Yeah, brilliant.
Up here. Yeah,
nice. And you're saying that you've got a population up there, or at least a lot of people come into town for a few years and then move on, or whatever.
Yeah, Darwin does have a high turnover rate.
Yeah.
Especially with like in the hospital field and stuff like that. There's a high turnover rate of people coming up and then heading back home, which is fine. Like they move up here, they get into it, and then they move away, and they're into it down south, which is perfectly fine with me. And I don't know what I'd do with myself if 20 people turned up to a match and shot. It'd be great, but
yeah, I am sure you're capable enough to work that one out, mate. I think you will be fine. By the way, just on a side, little appreciation to Ben Jarrett for flicking in and telling us some technical challenges. We are working towards getting this smooth and easy, and we're slowly getting there. So. Good stuff. Excellent. Now, but as we I got a couple. We've got a comment here from Andrew Little. Andrew Little wants to know. He's got a question for you. All right, you ready? He wants to know what your favourite butter is.
What's my favourite butter? don't know it. Let's go with margarine.
All right, so I have a feeling now at every match in future you'll be called Marge.
That's not a new thing either.
Okay.
When I was it under 15s footy, I started calling me margarine for a little bit. Didn't really stick.
All right,
anyway.
all right. Hey, Trent, if you happen to be watching, next time Butters gets a shirt done, just accidentally misspell Butters on the back of his jersey.
He's already misspelt my name.
I did, didn't he? That's your fault for letting him spell something.
Oh, bloody clown.
Oh, good. Hey, now, last night I had Ben Jarrett on the show, and you know Ben's involved with the Long Gun Project, and Ben was going to be the match director for the Burris Cold Steel Open. Right, so he made a little video about his reaction. Now, I've not seen this video. We tried to play it last night, but we hit some technical issues. What is my best way, Butters, to send this to you so you can watch it while still on camera, and we will all watch this video that Ben made together, because Ben makes pretty good videos generally. I'm not trying to hype it up too much, but I think this should be amusing. Do you want me to Skype it to you? Do you want me to face it to you? What do you got in front of you? Email? I'm just going to send you a link.
Send it through Facebook and we just go ready, set, go and hit the button.
That sounds fantastic, mate. All right, here you go. Get it queued up. I'll get it queued up for the people watching along with us. I am hoping that
it looks deep into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we will see that.
Does it make sound?
Yeah, I guess so. All right, you ready?
Hang on.
Chuck
put it through my earphones so I don't
let's see
blast
this.
you.
I'm hoping that I can hear it. I'm not sure I'll be able to, but we will see what. I know what I do. I'm going to play it on this end as well. All right, we ready?
Oh, hang on. Start playing. Rewind. Righto.
All right, you're good. Let's throw it up for everyone else as well.
Someone swept your heart away. From that look on your face, I see it's true. So tell me all about it. Tell me about the plans you're making. Oh, tell me one thing more before I go.
Supposed to live without. Hey Darren.
Hey Ben.
You been there long?
Long enough. This wouldn't have anything to do with the Mildura Burris Coal Steel Open, would it?
No. Maybe.
You want to talk about it?
No, leave me alone!
It'll be alright, mate. It'll be okay. There'll be other shooting to be done. Here you go, mate. Thanks. Cheers. Want to talk about it?
No. Nope.
Right.
Yep.
Well, Ben. Ben, good job, mate. I hope he's okay. I hope he's all right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, he looked pretty cut. Yeah, oh well.
Our
Yeah.
biggest question.
Yes.
Real tears or an eyedropper?
Depends. What beer was he drinking? Could have been real tears.
Well, it wasn't BB. That's a good start.
Oh well, it was probably eyedropper then. Actually, I reckon Ben can act pretty well. I reckon those tears were self-generated. Oh, what a guy to be gutted. He was a week away from running his first match and had it just pulled away from him.
Snatched.
Yeah. So anyway, that.
I'm coping
Ben-
only just. We
Ben-
feel for you, Ben.
Tell you what, Ben, if you're watching, we need another update. And that was a couple of days ago. So look, I want to make sure you're okay. Keep us posted, all right, mate? Keep us posted, Ben. We're here for you. Right. Okay, on to something else. Cool. Hey, we spent a bit of time in the US together, and we made some videos together. That doesn't sound right at all. Sorry. We made some vlog videos and shooting and shot show videos and such like that. Do you have a favourite from them at all, Butters?
About video.
Yeah.
Lord. I think the first one, the Arizona one, I think that was the best one.
Yeah, probably because it involved a fair bit of shooting. Oh, actually, there's a few that involved a fair bit of shooting, to be fair.
Yeah, it still did. And then we jumped on Acre at the end of it.
Oh, yes, true. I forgot that was in the end of that video. So that was shooting something in Arizona. It was good.
Shooting things in Arizona.
Shooting things in Arizona. Yeah, so that was very interesting, both video and competition to do, because we got off the plane having flown Adelaide and Darwin to Brizzy, and then I can't remember, did you stay in Brizzy overnight? You were there overnight, weren't you?
Yeah, I stayed with Corey.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Corey. Thanks.
Yeah, no, he looked after me, even though I messaged him the day before. I said, Corey, save me.
So yeah, that was good. We then flew out of Brisbane over to the US, and then from there from LA to Arizona, landed. Got told by Regina, right, this bloke's going to pick you up and be looking for this kind of truck, which is basically what all the other trucks look like.
Generic truck.
And so we jumped in, and he's like, "Oh, cool guys, no problems picking you up at all, but no sweat at all picking you up. But I'm not going to take you to the Milkoviches. We're going to take you to the range, because that's where she'll pick you up from, and we need some help setting up targets." So we flew halfway across the world to just do exactly what we do at home, is set up targets for competitions.
We're kicking and screaming the whole way.
It was those cactuses though, cacti.
Oh, that was savage, because you walk along, you flick one up, and as you bloody foot past your calf, it'd come off your foot and embed into your bloody calf.
Yeah, and so you would end up with these. Little, probably about this sort of can size ish. I reckon that sort of size.
No, they were about, actual thing was about ping pong ball size, but then there was like inch long friggin' spikes or something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's the actual thing was a bit smaller, but they end up pretty big, and they'd just be hanging on to the back of your jeans or into your leg if you were wearing shorts. Pretty full on. But anyway, that was so that was quite good. But we did get to shoot the match, which is a nice change for me, and certainly good. And you did well.
We were pretty knackered, but it was great fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that was good, and that's where you tried limoncello as well, isn't it? Was that the first time you tried Regina's limoncello?
Oh, there's a lot of alcohols I haven't tried, but yeah, that was the first time, and it was pretty savage. It was
awesome.
It was potent. It was nice. It was just potent.
Yeah, well, anything for you is pretty potent.
I'll sniff it.
As I found out in Vegas. Was good. I think one of my favorite videos. It's the least one about shooting, but I enjoyed making it despite the fact that we lost so much footage.
That's right.
Was the one up into Utah where we went around with Kayla and Riley from Canada and belted around in go-karts, and
that was good fun.
That was at the end of shot, and I'll never plan to do another significant travel video the day after shot finishes again, because particularly the girls, but old mate, which way are you? This way. Old mate, this way, was pretty damn trashed.
I remember falling asleep at the bloody seat at the pub. Woke up and all joys.
Yeah, because
I hadn't been drinking.
No, well, you can barely drink in Utah. So we went to this karaoke bar, but on whatever night, Sunday night we were there was no karaoke going. So anyway, that was really good fun. Although we certainly played up a lot more for the camera because we were pretty much just asleep.
It was a big week. It was a big week.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if I was planning to go to Shot Show 2021, but who knows if there's going to be one? We'll see. Got a couple of questions for you, Butters. Andy Little says, did Butters find any issues when shooting in a colder climate compared to Darwin, apart from him being soft about weather and crying?
I'll never not complain about it being cold.
This is you complain at nights in Darwin sometimes.
Yeah, but it's still 34 degrees. Andy, yes.
Yep.
Especially, for instance, that first Mildura one I was talking about. So obviously 34 degrees up here, hot and humid, basically feels like a 40-degree day. Basically, that's where I've done all of my shooting, bar a few spotlighting trips with that down in New South Wales. When it was -3 at the start of each day, it's a big difference, and I was way too green to really realise. And I remember missing a 200-something metre target with 300 Win mag, and it went 2 mil low and half mil right or something like that. It threw my node out pretty savagely.
It's a harsh way to learn that lesson, isn't it?
It was savage, and it was noticeable. The first 2, maybe 3 stages of each day, I'd suffer. I would really be struggling, and then as soon as it would get above 5-6 degrees, the node sort of come back into play. I noticed, and I'd go from near zeroing a stage to just about cleaning stages. And they weren't easy. Like the stages that I was doing not so well on, I remember missing prone shots at 200 to 300 metres, which not many people really should miss those shots off prone, if any. There was no wind, it was just cold, frosty morning. And I remember waking up in the camper trailer and seeing frost on the bloody roof above my head. And I actually had my rifle and ammunition in the bed with me that Saturday night in an attempt to try and keep it not freezing cold.
Learning things about you, mate. Learning things about you.
Yes, to which now I pay attention to what the weather's supposed to be. And I've only had to do it once, but the last, I forget where it was, but I loaded up 0.2 grain the last time I took it into account. Otherwise, Monado for the finale, I didn't change a thing. And basically, yeah, I just want to try. I just put a little bit more powder in to keep it up in that node. If it was really effective or not, I'm not sure. I think it might have. And then on the Friday practice day, I really pay attention to put a couple on the zero. If it's near enough on the zero, I'll keep it there, and then I'll fire at the longest range possible, and that's where I the longest range possible. And I really take note of where it's hitting there.
Yep.
Once I've got that, that's sort of calibrated for the rest of the ranges. And usually, for instance, Bucking, when I started there, in the mornings, I started off, I think I was 0.1 low, I think. And when we were shooting on small targets, that did make a big difference because we had a little KOL rack on one of those stages. So I started a little bit low, and then towards the middle of the day, it actually went back to normal, and I was tracking that the whole time and managed to keep on top of it then. But yeah, certainly there is changes, and certainly going the other way when people come up here.
Yes, definitely.
If I was to host a match mid-Feb or even now,
yep,
not only would people suffer with the heat, you would find your rounds doing some weird shit if you're used to shooting down there, even if it was just a dry heat of the southern summers. Because we do have our humidity up here, which does affect it minimally. The biggest thing is mirages, the killer up here. But yeah, certainly going from down south where it's your winter, and then you come up here and all of a sudden it's 32 degrees, drier heat, than in comparison to the wet. But yeah, certainly a bit of a difference. And my suggestion is when you do come up, really pay attention on the Friday what your bullet's doing. Find a bit of steel that's out there, or even pick out a bloody rock or something, and really just know where your rounds are going, because it's not going to change. It might be a little bit cooler in the morning. Like on average, the coldest we'll get on a June, July morning might be about 20 degrees. But otherwise, during the day, it's highly likely to get 30 or a little bit more in July, August.
Yeah, definitely. Andy, I think Butters has answered that comprehensively. Well done, Butters. Good job. I've got
I've had to bloody learn.
Yeah, we have learnt the hard way. Absolutely. Got a question here that I'm a bit dubious about from David Taylor. I'm dubious about it for two reasons. One, the question, and two, the fact that it's David Taylor. But anyway, we'll give it a go. Does spindrift go the other way in the northern hemisphere, Butters?
We might have to ring America. do the old reverse Simpsons and ring a little kid and go and flush your toilet 300 times.
Oh dear. David.
Yeah. Oh, she's the same way. I don't even know which one goes. I just shoot it.
All right, got a more sensible question here. Actually, this is a really good question from Kenny. What advice can you give to new clubs that are starting up? What's some important things to consider? Now, this is interesting because both of us are presidents or captains or whatever it is of clubs. Yours would be the longest practical rifle club that's been around, and we've had the privilege of the one at Monardo being the fastest growing and the largest currently club. So I guess we perhaps... We do, but we also have very different scenarios. We talked about before in Darwin that you have a very transient demographic who come through in town for a couple of years and then move on out, whereas quite the opposite here in Adelaide. So I suspect we're going to get two very different thoughts on this one. So let's see what you say, Butters. We'll see what we can come up with. Great question, Ken.
Well, yeah, good question, especially it's very night shift brain. It's a very relevant question at the moment, considering that the SOPs are being deliberated on at the moment, which they've been... I can't think of the bloody words.
So the
so they're being
precision
approved
rifle
at the moment on a probationary period.
Interim basis for 2 years.
Yeah, interim
that's
basis.
right. With
So
double
they're
stop
getting-
lane, this is.
Yeah, the SOPs, the rules, they're getting worked on at the moment. But so basically, that's going to allow a lot more clubs to be open to starting up a practical precision rifle club.
Yeah.
Now, when I started, it was very different. It was basically I was just yakking to range warden, JB up here. A lot of people know JB. Basically, we just came to him and we said, how do we get this started? And it was with his help that basically we got a few blokes together and we said, this is what we'd like to do. Can we do it? Now, at the time, we had to sort of write up this is like what we had to do, a big proposal sort of thing. And then I went to the committee deliberated on it, and then they said, yeah, no worries, go for it, have a crack. And obviously that's changed over the years. Like, for instance, now if you were to do that, I would probably think if I was to do it again now, and not in Darwin, I think Darwin is a very unique situation up here, I would approach a president or a committee member of a certain club and say, look, I would like to start this club up. Ask them what they would like in order to do that, and then provide them with all the things that they've asked for. Now, you'll probably best have a few people that you consider to help you be sort of a club committee for that, and then get a list of people that are going to go, I'd love to come out and shoot this discipline at this club if we're up and running. That part there is what really gets range committees listening. They're hearing, more members. Obviously, that's a little bit more money for a range, but basically more members in general, more people using their range, which is always a positive thing. But for instance, in Darwin, yes, we follow all our rules, but we're a very different. We're a little bit more open up here. We sort of get things done, and yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I can tell you my story with Practical Shooting SA. I was approached by SSAA to if I wanted to be involved in the startup of a club, and I said yes, and I was able to put together a committee of what do we have originally, 8 people, and that's the most important thing, is to find that core group of people who are willing to do the work, as well as support the guys who perhaps have a bit more time and can do the work in some cases, but provide advice, guidance, that sort of stuff. So, and then we started off and we got a hold of a very, very good secretary who has had experience, and probably the most experienced person within clubs for us, because, I guess most of us who were involved in it didn't come from a club background. We've all just been on properties and shooting and doing that sort of thing, and making our own things happen. And so to have someone with who knew how clubs worked and the layout of the club was very useful. And then and then we were, I guess we were pretty gifted. We were told, you can use this range and you can have it 2 days a month, etc., and then went on from there for starting a club. But as out of interest, what do you guys do from a per match basis? Do you charge your members per match? Do members shoot matches for free? What's the story there?
What was it again? Sorry.
No problems, mate. What do you do from a per match basis? Are your members like paying a yearly fee and matches are free, or do they pay per match or that sort of thing? Yeah, because that's a question.
So for the year, we just have just a small fee, $50 membership for the fee to be part of the discipline, and then we just ask for every match that you attend is just $5, and that $5 just covers all the expendable sort of stuff. And because we didn't want to put too much on it, because we understand it can be expensive to shoot. The ammo's expensive, the gear can be expensive, and so I decided just minimum amount, $50, and let's say we get 20 members, that's a couple of $100 for us, and then $5 each match allows us to buy pens, pencils, sort of that, paint, all that sort of stuff, nuts and bolts if needed. And so we try and keep our costs minimal up here. It's not necessarily a model that everyone needs to follow.
Yep.
But yeah, we just just minimum amount. And everyone seems to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, cool. It's a question that comes up, and I've been asked for multiple clubs, sort of what the way to go is, and I think it's very club based, as you point out. It's circumstance based. What we do is we have $120 for the year, and that is
We do a very similar thing. A lot of disciplines here, the club requires, or the range requires, someone to be a member of the club to have a crack. But I think most disciplines up here, if you're new, you have a crack. Don't need to be a member. Mm-hmm. And then we just ask if you do like it, enjoy it, and you want to keep attending, we then ask them to be a member. And first time, second time maybe we let go and just say yep, no worries. But certainly after that we do require people to be members, just part of our SSAA Darwin rules.
Yeah.
But it's not overall. It's not terribly expensive to join a club, for instance, SSAA Darwin, national member and the range member, mm-hmm. and being a range member simply lets you use the range up here pretty much whenever you
that's the joy
like. There is a few days where the helicopter's out the back spraying for mozzies, and they'll be like no centre fire these days sort of thing. And then once you're a member of the range, then you come be a member with us and or your respective club, and go for it, have a crack. And my biggest tip is, if you don't do so well, just look at how you can improve. Ask questions. The one thing we try and do is, if we realise someone is brand new, I'll just go, don't worry about the time, just finish the stage. Like, the time's gone, who cares? Go the next two shots, just make sure you hit the target, take your time. Obviously, anything after the buzzer, we won't score it, but you get them just to calm down, have a shot, and generally they'll actually hit the target once they don't have that time pressure on.
Yeah, I agree. We do a lot of the same thing. We will just be super flexible with new guys and just give them the time, or just a few extra shots or whatever it may be, because you just want people shooting. It's not something you can do at the PRS level, but at the club level, absolutely mint, man. So Kenny, hopefully that's helpful, mate. There are clubs that do that differently, by the way. There are some clubs that aren't really after the member basis because of the way they're set up. They're more user groups on ranges, and they just charge a $25 fee that pays their way to make that happen. That is also fine. It really comes down to the situation you're in, and hit us up afterwards or offline for more information there. Yeah. Another question, a useful question this time from David Taylor for you, Butters.
I've got a good answer to this one.
Okay. If you donut a stage at a major event, how do you get mentally prepared for the next stage?
You go off and swear like hell.
Hang on, I think I have an example of you doing this.
Fucking impact,
you come up to me live streaming on Facebook just after I just got real cranky. So yes, it is okay to get cranky. Obviously, you don't get cranky at other people because that's not on. But you get cranky with yourself, and it goes back to the old man is an absolute bloody monster for relating everything to footy. So I'm going to relate it to footy.
Okay. Well, I was going to check out for a little while. I'll see you later.
So he always, one of his bloody favourite things to say is, you got to get on the weights, some sprints, and everything relates to footy for old Foss, which is just his thing. But one thing in sport I always used was I used my aggression in the next stage, whether that's in footy, or play a bit of hockey as well, or just whatever it is, particularly this, use that aggression really. Now, this is what I do. It's not necessarily what you guys or David, you need to do, but I go to a stage absolutely focused with that aggression, so to speak, and I'll go, right, I am not going to fuck this up, basically, and that happened at the finale. I don't know what happened. It was on the bunning stage, many of you are familiar with, and I got 3 of 12, which was not great, and I think I missed my first 6 shots. Now, I don't know what happened. I got cranky. I went away, and then I think I cleaned the next 3 stages because I was just, right, focus. Something's gone wrong. I really focused on what I was doing, and yeah, essentially just using that crankiness just to be super focused in what I was doing for the next little while, and then once I'd done that, just got back into the groove. But you just can't let it get you down. You might have bombed a stage, but everyone's going to be bloody zeroing a stage, bar none. Everyone does it. Everyone makes a mistake. You just got to learn that it's going to happen, and you just don't let it down. Once you what you want to do, if you do zero that stage, go away, have a think about why, and then why you didn't do so well, and then just come back to the next stage or the next match, or go away and practice and just go, why? Why did I not do so well? Why did I fail? And then work out how to fix that. Whether that's a certain position or a procedure error. One thing I do, and one thing I suggest everyone does, is have your own little procedure when you go into a stage. Like you sit with the office, the CMOP, they get their hands on their hips and they're going through the stage going this, and this, and they don't just go, yep, I'm ready, when the RO asks. You've got a little bit of time. Just go through it in your head. What I do is, I go up to the stage. I know what dope I'm going to use. I know the stage inside out, the positions I'm going to use, and when the RO asks, do you understand the course of fire? Read it back to him. Say, yes, I do 3 shots from that position at that target. I then move to here, 2 shots at that target, or however many shots at this target, that target, and make the RO say, yes, that's correct, and then go say, yep, I'm ready, and then go and do it. Get your own little procedure and going that essay to it, and then it's just like a little mental checklist. And that's what I probably really do when I go and muck up, and then I go and have a whinge and whinge to MD, and there's a give me point.
Oh yes, good, cool. Well,
it's not easy. You just got to remember, just don't let it get you down. It's inevitable. Just focus on the next one. Just say, right, that's just one stage, bugger it. Moving on.
Very good. Hey, relevant question that just popped up in the chat. I was going to move on to one more thing before we wrap it up, but we'll hit this one up. This is, have you guys used proof barrels? Now, I haven't, but
I do.
The person there does. I mean, they've got to point the right way. Give us a rundown, mate. Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work like that on the stream, mate. You're pointing completely the wrong way and looking like the fool.
Yeah. Anyway, who was that? Conservative sniper. Yes, I used a proof barrel for the majority of last year. It was a proof 24-inch 260 Remington barrel, and it shot really, really well. I've got another one I use somewhere. It's pretty much exactly the same barrel, and I've just got to basically put it on and get it going again. Now, they are very good barrels. I haven't used a steel barrel, but this carbon barrel has been working very well.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You're running carbon. Fancy.
Yeah, I'm running carbon, but they look cool as hell. Honestly, I wouldn't use a carbon for a match barrel. I'd use it for like a field gun.
Yep.
They're very nice gun. Something you're not going to use a heap and just burn it out in a year.
Sure.
Mine is a little bit more of a, it's there, I need to use it, I need a barrel sort of thing. But yes, they're very good barrels. I've got a second one to use for when matches start up again. This one's currently at about 2,500 rounds, and it's still shooting really well.
What caliber? 260.
260 round.
Yeah.
And I'm using 140 grain EL DMs in them currently.
Yeah.
I might try those A-tips later in the year.
Yep. Quick shout
See
out.
how they go in the proof.
5% off at Projectile Warehouse using the code ID Live 5. Give it the plug. Got to do that. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Ben runs still.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Long gun projects running still proof as well. Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah. No, they are very good barrels. I think Danny at Delta's just got a heap in recently. I don't know how many he's got left, but he got heaps in.
I don't have a Delta logo. Pretend it's a Delta logo, and go buy some proof barrels at Delta. I don't know how to do a Delta logo.
I don't have any handy. Sorry, Danny.
Come on, where's your shirt? Anyway, good.
I don't have it. Here it is. See?
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
I was wondering where it was. Yeah, no, they're very good barrels. Now, the reason the carbon barrels, they shoot really well, but the reason I, in particular, wouldn't say it's optimum for match use is it does decrease the weight over the front of the barrel. I think it's about a kilo or something. Yep. And, running out of battery.
Charge that phone up.
Yeah, we'll be right.
Almost.
Yeah, it does decrease the weight, and it does bring that balance point of the gun back a little bit, which in fact I actually just made a remedy of in the last week. I had a mate make a few things up for me.
Yep.
I don't think you need to see it just here.
Hang on, half a second. We'll flick that over. There you go. Point at it again. Yeah.
Should I just lift it up and actually show?
Oh, that's probably a better idea. Let's do that.
Right, so what I've done, I've modified...
Is that the position you're entering for the Mildura competition that you didn't want to see? And the Burris Cold's still open?
I don't know, I could see better options.
with the gun above your head like this? That'll be odd. All right, cool.
If I can get it to sit there, nice. There we go. Yeah, if you can see that, I've modified some... That's close. I've modified some MDT weights. And funnily enough, the whole spacing is exactly the same as the keyboard for the AIs. So nice. I just drilled and tapped the holes, and they fit perfectly with the screws used for the rails. I
just saw, because we're on a bit of a delay from here to where it's playing on YouTube, and I saw you just grab the gun and throw it up. You look like one of the sand people from Star Wars, mate. I hope there's memes tomorrow of Butters with the gun above his head. Someone get onto that meme train and get us some memes tomorrow with Butters with the gun above it. Anyway, back to you, mate.
Yeah. So I've got. Get rid of that. I've got I made 6 of those, and it's just a little personal project that I did, and I did that. It adds about a kilo of weight to the front, which is about what I lost with using the carbon barrel.
Okay. Yep.
But I did that just to try and bring that balance point forward a little bit, and I haven't tested it yet, but she added a bit of weight to the front. But I think once I get back to a full steel barrel as well, I think it'll be a pretty solid system to run off a bag. It's pretty good at the moment, but I do find the magazine is pretty much on the bag when I'm trying to run it.
Cool. Nice, mate. Well, let's... one of the things that we've been talking about that has happened from all of this corona situation is there's been some sensational memes. There's been some sensational memes, and so part of this show, because we we like memes, is to have a little look at this. So let's. I'm going to send you one. So inbound on Facebook again. I'm going to send you. This is number one. All right, we're going to get the reaction live. We'll make it live as well on the.
What if I've seen it? It'll be a letdown.
It will be a letdown. Anyway, it's worth it.
I'm on night shift. I've got a bit of time sometimes.
Well, you didn't send me any, so I've got to go with this one. So anyway, here we go. Memes. Put this one up. Let's see if this is going to work for us.
He's doing well, that fella.
It's not loading up. It's not loading up. We've hit some challenges again. That's all right.
I've got a solution.
Yep, you got a solution. Are you gonna hold it up to the screen?
I was just gonna hold it to the screen, but it's gonna be back to front. All sorts of shit.
All right, give us one. Oh, I know why. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us while we have these challenges while we're working our way through this. There we go. That is what we were looking for. Social distancing world champion. It was worth waiting for, wasn't it? It was worth waiting for. Good. All right. Happy with that one? Happy with that one? He's been doing that well for a long time. Okay. All right. Let's. Now you just have sent me one, so I'm gonna throw that in there. But before we get on to the one that you just sent me, let's have a look at another one I found today. Which is this one here.
Am I looking at the right thing?
No, you're not. I've got to send it to you as well. Are you?
Well, bloody send it to me.
Yeah, I'm challenged by you sending me one. I was trying to load up the one that you sent me. I do like this one.
Another group chat to see which ones are.
It's inbound. No, that's all right. With three's enough, mate. Three's enough.
Is it?
Is it? Probably not. Yeah, no, you're probably right. Did you like that one? You said you were sick. No, I said I have a case of corona. Good. Hopefully the live chat is enjoying this one. Here we go. Good. All right. And then I haven't seen this one. This is the one that you sent me. Let's check this one out.
This is the only tame one I could bloody
yeah, you're right.
From another chat.
This is how Central Park looks after environmental normalisation as decrease. Yeah, good, excellent. Can't wait. All right, perfect. There are some good memes, guys. If you have memes and you're watching, please flick us your memes. We want to see your coronavirus-related memes. We will post up the appropriate ones and some of the inappropriate ones. There's some that are probably best not to go live on a broadcast, but anyway, that's the case. That's the case. Awesome, guys. Well, Butters, I know you've got to get to work, so thank you very much for joining us this evening.
No worries, mate.
We will let you head off onto your adventures for the evening. Good luck. I know you're in the medical field, so please stay safe and healthy up there. We need you. We need you hanging around. So yeah, very good, and no doubt we may catch you again.
Yeah, too easy, mate. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, dude. See you, mate.
Hey, guys.
Right, so for we are wrapping up tomorrow night. Please join me, and we're going to go back for a third time. We're going to give it another go. Dave Acker, who works for Beretta, shoots for Team Burris, and is on a podcast with me called Two Beers, One Chat. He is coming on the show. No doubt we will talk a little bit about beer, so if you like beer, inevitably that will come up, and shooting and anything. So hit us up with questions, send us a couple of memes, and definitely throw us your photos of you doing the position that you were hoping was not at the Burris Cold Steel Open, especially appropriate being that Dave shoots for Team Burris. I guess very appropriate tomorrow. Massive thanks to Ben Jarrett again for his input on this show, and make sure you check out Delta Tactical Open, Ironside with their coffee. Thanks 15. I reckon gets you 15% off. Hit them up. Projectile Warehouse. We were prepared for this one. Projectile Warehouse 5% off at Projectile Warehouse using the code ID Live 5, the number 5 on the end. ID LIVE 5, number 5 on the end. And I think that is about it. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. We will be back again tomorrow night, and please tell us if you're enjoying things, or tell us what you'd like to see. We're just pretty much just trying to do whatever we can to make this work. So anyway, cheers, guys. We'll catch you soon.
Hey, hey, pretty baby, pretty baby.
Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl.